Welcome to DWI episode 26. Yo, 26. We did it, fellas. 26 episodes in the building. So now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce ourselves. That's Dude, that's Wax, I'm Illy. It makes DWI. Yo, let's get right into it. The saga continues.
Oh man.
There's this like would you call it, Wax? The Royal
Rumble.
Yeah, man, this shit is getting fucking heated up. So let me get this straight. It all started off by Kendrick's line on that Future jam. It's not the big three, it's the big me. So now we have response from everybody in the entertainment industry.
Pretty much.
I just heard a track that Kanye just delivered.
Yeah, the remix.
Yes.
To like that.
What the fuck was that?
I mean, Kanye, he remixed it. He made the beat hard, though. The beat is hard as shit. I was like, God damn.
But he turned it into a napalm bomb, dude.
Right.
You can't put that fire out.
Right. He had a couple lines for Drake and Cole, so, you know.
Do you think that this is personal?
Oh, yeah, because, you know, first of all, Cole made that song about him a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And him and Drake been going at it, so...
It's like an everlasting beef. That's
right.
why I call it a napalm bomb, because even when you put water on it, it keeps burning.
Yeah. And it's like, it's like, I thought they were cool, you know what I mean? Because Drake performed that as like little show for Larry Hoover, and I thought they buried the hatchet, but apparently Kanye's going to like pile on with everybody else, which I'm all for it. Like, it's just going to make good music in the end, hopefully, you know?
Now, would you consider Kendrick Lamar being in the shadows of this beef right now because he's being so quiet? Or do you feel like he's just waiting to say his piece?
Man, he's on the clock, man. Just like Drake said in that last song, like, you're on the clock. You can't throw stones and then just hide behind everybody. Like,
right.
Like you're up next. Like if you fuck around and wait too long, you're gonna lose.
Yeah. So you're on deck.
Yeah, you're on deck. Cause you fuck around and wait too long, I don't care how hard the shit is. If you wait a year, it don't matter anymore. You lost the beef. So
right.
You better get your shit right.
Oh, I know he's cooking up something as we speak. He got the cauldron burning.
Man, that's who you got.
Oh yeah, that's who I got. I still stand behind it.
All right,
I stand behind it.
He better get off his ass.
He's just fine, man. That motherfucker's right now. He's fucking spitting, like he's spewing together some fucking lyrical brew right now, man. He got his cauldron out.
But I'm waiting for him to respond because you have been on the clock for 2 weeks now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I know he's cooking something up crazy.
Right.
But at least put something out there that lets niggas know that you're willing to back up what you said. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean? You gotta put something out. Like it doesn't have to be the hardest. It doesn't have to be the most cleverest shit. But put something out.
Right.
Now, this is what I like to bring up because this came out of nowhere, man. You hit me up with this shit yesterday while I was at work, bro. It damn near fucked up the rest of my damn shift.
That's what you said.
If I wasn't such a gun, man, I'd have let that shit affect my damn day, man. But dig it. What the fuck was that all about with him? When I say him, I mean Drake. Came out with a response. And it had the late, or should I say the late, great Tupac Shakur.
Right. Yeah.
AI. You said this shit when it first came out. When AI first came out, you said that they was going to be using all kind of different people from the past that may no longer be with us, different people like that to like conjure up some shit in the future.
Yeah.
It's happening right now, bro.
It is.
Why the fuck would he go in unrest? Like, Pac is resting right now. As a matter of fact, Pac's probably spinning in his grave right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this motherfucker went and fucking dug up the bones and the spirit of Pac just to fucking get this beef going on.
Right.
How you feeling about that shit, dude?
I mean, I'm conflicted. Like, I don't know if it's lame or genius. It's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Cause like it's lame because it's like, man, you can't do it on your own. You gotta go, like you said, dig up Pac's grave. But I'm sure that's Pac and Snoop are like Kendrick's, like, you know what I mean, like his idols over there, and he did it on a West Coast beat. So it's like, you know, in a way, it's kind of genius.
Right.
But, you know, more morally, it's like, did you have to fuck with Pac shit?
Right. Wax, what about you?
Same thing. I feel the same way, man. Like it was like kind of dope that he thought about it because like now everybody always refers to him having ghostwriters. Now he's writing for ghosts.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Shit, I never even thought about it.
I don't know. Like I don't know how many times he's gonna be able to get away with that. Like if he could use that strategy again. But I mean, it was kind of like clever and kind of like stupid at the same time.
Right.
You know.
But it's kind of like he's baiting him out. He calling him out. He's like, hey, you got it. Even Drake said, you got a week. So, you know what I mean? You're going to let whatever. I don't know what's going on with Taylor Swift or whatever, but I guess Taylor
Yeah,
Swift
they brought Taylor Swift in there.
Taylor Swift holding up the beef. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but
Like, how are they throwing Taylor in everything? Taylor is like a new spice now.
right.
Like, you got, all right, listen, I'm about to make some chili, man. Give me them peppers, a couple bell peppers, some onions. Give me a little bit of that Taylor Swift up there. So like, you're putting Taylor Swift in everything. The Super Bowl, football, rap beefs.
She got her own shit going on right now.
Right.
You know what I mean, she's getting drugged through the mud with Kelsey every night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I just can't understand for the life of me why he would choose to do this. Like, I understand, you know, the concept of war. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're warring, it's like all is fair in love and in war.
right.
But when you go and dig up a legend and then spit some subpar shit that I know for a fact Tupac would never spit, I'm disappointed in him. Like, that shit was whack. I mean, he had Tupac sound as soft as fuck. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I said it, but I said it. Like,
That's how you feel.
yeah, because, like, Pac would have never said no soft shit like that. But, I mean, he didn't have no feel me. Like, he didn't have none of that shit in there.
It was missing a lot.
Yeah, it was missing Pac's spirit. It was missing the spirit and the essence of Tupac.
Right.
So for you to come out with some clammy shit like that, I was like disengaged immediately. As soon as I heard it was like a Pac-esque voice, I heard some of his last work.
Right.
And it wasn't recently. Like, that's something that I can't be impressed on. And it was just like, in my head, and I'm not just saying this because I got a dog in the fight, but I'm saying it was kind of poor taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I told you it was gonna piss you off. Like,
bro, that shit was whack as fuck,
I told you
man.
it was gonna piss you off.
Like, he'd have been better off digging up fucking Lou Ross or some shit like that. Like, putting Lou Ross on the track or some shit like that. Or fucking,
Lou Ross.
you know what I mean? Like,
Lou Rawls.
yeah, like, he just, like, it was like he desecrated Pac
Yeah.
when he added his lyrics to Pac's essence.
Right.
It was like,
Especially when I've heard like doper AI Pac songs than that. You know,
Right.
Like, I've heard a couple actually dope fake Pac songs that's kind of decent, but like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, I thought it was clever.
he had a Pac suit on and pooped himself. He soiled his pants with that Pac suit on, like, in public. Like, I wasn't appreciating that shit,
Right,
man.
right.
Drake.
They've been fucking with Pac for years, man.
Right.
With the
Why won't
whole,
they let Pac rest,
Yeah,
man?
with the AI graphics or whatever that shit is called, and you know.
They got this one brother with dreads on the fucking, like, they're trying to say that this other guy's Pac, like, Pac didn't die. Like, why won't they let Pac just go, man?
Because Pac just was just that great that it's like he can't. People can't let him go. That's just a testament to how great of an MC and a great of a person or a man or how big of a man that he was to us when we was younger and shit.
Right.
It's just hard to let him go. Kind of like how people didn't let Elvis go for the longest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They put Elvis up in there with everything when it came to music and relatability. Like, well, I tell you what, Elvis Presley made a lot of good music in his day. Like, we're not even talking about Elvis.
Right.
We're not even in the same genre of music, but somehow Elvis found his way into a lot of arguments. And they won.
Unless they don't bring him up when it comes to messing with young children, with youngsters.
Easy.
They don't bring him up for that
though.
shit.
Good
but
point.
Easy. Yeah, Elvis was married. And he was in the service.
He was on some R. Kelly shit before R. Kelly was on this shit.
L. Kelly.
Pretty much.
Keep it on the down low. Nobody has to know. Little Elvis for you.
My Elvis is nice. I'm not even gonna break it out.
Man, eat that Elvis for the crowd. It's either that or Joe Clark.
Joe Clark.
See, you rather do that than your Elvis. Lemonade.
Nah, I ain't fucking with
That cool, refreshing drink. I think I did a better Elvis.
He trying to bait me. He trying to bait me.
Elvis off.
Right.
Like, yo.
The only thing you get from Elvis is his blue suede shoes and his hips. You got surgery 6 months ago. It's a $25,000 surgery. That's where you dipped into your 401k to get fucking extra fucking like
Extra swivel.
Yeah.
I put an extra. I put a.
you got lazy Susan parts put in your hip so you can do that fucking Elvis swank ass like hip throw that would have got him thrown in jail.
I got a shoulder put in my head. So I can swivel.
So you can do this. But only in your hips. Like your hips do this and shit.
Right, they have the same mobility as my arm.
That shit is so nice, nigga. That shit would have helped in track. When you did that long jump back in the day.
I was about to say, it's starting to get wild. Who would have thought Chrisbrown would have had the hardest, like, rap battle?
Speaking of which, what the fuck is up with that, Wax?
Good question, man. Him and
He's
Quavo's
going against,
Is going at it. And he had the hardest one. I think we all agree on that.
So right now, would you say Chris Brown's in the lead?
Yeah.
I would too. Would you do?
Yeah, Chris Brown.
As far as this song?
He got mad disrespectful on that one.
Yeah, he did.
He wasn't holding shit back. I'm like, all right.
Talking about you fuck my old bitch. I
Right.
fucked George too, but you was still with her. Like that shit. Chris got ill.
He said everybody wished that Quavo would have died instead of Takeoff. I'm like, that was
Wow.
Cold blood.
That goes back to what I said last week, man. These motherfuckers are going in.
Yeah, they are. They are. It's a battle royal right now, man.
all except your boy.
Who catch you?
He at the crib sleep,
Man, because he know
practicing yoga and shit.
man, that motherfucker's going to have an out-of-body experience when he goes spazzing out on these motherfuckers.
He needs to have an in-studio
It's coming.
experience.
I give it by Wednesday, and he ain't gonna give y'all motherfuckers just a taste. He gonna give y'all the whole thing, and motherfucking non-believers is
He's too
going.
busy doing push-ups in the fucking front yard, man. Get your ass in that studio.
I was about to say, are we gonna say Drake is up right now, or
No.
is it
As far as them,
1-1?
It's okay.
as far as them, I would say yeah. Drake
As
is
far
still-
as that three, the cluster, Drake's up. Just for the simple fact that he has a response out. That's it.
Two. He got two responses.
But his
up.
second response was worse than his first one.
Hey, I agree, but
Snoop didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
I
Snoop got
agree.
online like, what happened?
But Snoop is a West Coast warlord.
He is.
He was baiting. He was using Snoop and Pac to talk to Kendrick like you
To get
better.
his attention.
Yeah, you better do something. And Kendrick right now is sleeping. So I
That
don't
could be
know.
one or two reasons, Wax. I mean, I'm sleeping on your style, son. You ain't impressing me.
Yeah, but
that ain't it. That ain't the technique to use.
I agree.
you better
I agree.
do something, man. He got a week. He has a week.
He gonna come out by Wednesday with something real dope.
I hope he comes out Monday with something. He needs something
He might.
fast, man.
We might wake up tomorrow and he got a fucking napalm or fucking what they call that, a motherfucking Hiroshima,
I hope so.
a nuke.
I hope so.
Kenj might come out with a nuke tomorrow
He might.
He needs
and
it.
shut the whole industry down, and then there won't be no more hip hop. He'll actually break hip hop.
Nah.
No, I don't see that. Because
telling you, man, he's
whatever he
special.
does, Drake got something coming back for him too. This shit ain't over after this one. These last couple songs and shit.
Right. But listen, that's all in the tales of hip hop. So moving forward, y'all both got Drake up.
I would say so.
Yeah,
All right, he is winning.
Slightly.
As
Just
far-
because he had more, he's coming out and calling him out.
As far as Sting, I'm gonna give it to fucking Chris Brown.
Yeah.
That motherfucker created a lot of Sting with his diss song.
Yeah.
Now Quavo's yet to respond to him, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be something interesting coming out of, their camp.
But he ain't the most lyrical dude,
Nah,
so
and that's what I feel like it's gonna take. He might step it up a notch because Chris Brown's not a rapper at all.
Right.
He's a singer.
And he's getting bodied by a singing nigga, man. So,
Well, Drake proved that could happen not last year, a couple years ago.
right.
So that's yet to be seen. So tune in. It's gonna be something interesting.
Quavo, you got a week.
So you putting both them niggas on notice?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Hell yeah. You got a week.
Don't try to get Offset to help you out.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna sound like. Mama, Grandma.
She mean, yeah, baby. Nah.
My grandma said, Grandma.
But listen, that shit is definitely dope for hip hop, man, and we need to see that shit unfold as it's happening right in front of your eyes.
Right.
But before they do that shit, I'm gonna need them to do 3 things.
What's that?
Like, share, and subscribe. Right there. Right below us. Go ahead and do the damn thing. It costs you nothing, so keep it moving so we can keep it grooving. Now, speaking of moving forward, NBA. We forgot to address a point guard last week.
Yeah, I got called out. Shout out to Jake. I seen Jake at the gas station. He was like, "Y'all ain't even bring up the main one." I'm like, "You're right. He's absolutely right." We was talking about the best small players, and we forgot to bring up Zeke.
Yeah.
And Zeke, to me, is probably the best one, now that I think about it. You know what I mean?
Point guard wise?
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely the most decorated one if he's not the best.
Right.
So, with them 2 back-to-backers, that shit definitely makes him a solidified, dope-ass little point guard.
Right.
So, shout out Jake, Mr. Snake. That shit, definitely needed addressed. But we need to see what the fuck is popping because it's definitely playoff seasons.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely playoff season. So, right off rip, who y'all got going out of the East? You got a lot of juggernauts, man.
I probably got the Celtics coming out of the East this year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got the Celtics.
Wax?
Shit, I'm probably gonna go with Miami.
I'm fuck with Miami. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with them too, man. I mean, you still got the Pacers in that bitch. Philly.
I think the Knicks are still in it, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think so.
So you got a lot of motherfucking heat coming out of that East.
And Milwaukee's still there, but like,
Come on, man. Why every time we start talking about basketball, you got us bring up Milwaukee?
Doc Rivers fucked us up, man.
You damn right I fucked this up. You damn right. Now what I want to do is I want to come down there. I want everybody to sound like me, and we can ready to tear shit up. We're not winning another fucking game. Not another game.
Right. Yeah, that was a bad choice.
Is it me or does Doc Rivers sound like Mama Payne? Like, not another game. I mean it. Like, that motherfucker sounds like Mama Payne and shit, man. Doc Rivers is a beast for coming down there and stinking up the joint, man.
I mean, they can still do some damage,
bruh.
but
y'all got a long road if y'all think about winning that.
I mean, they still there. They still can do some damage if they get it all together. It's just like I said, Doc's he's not a winner, man. Like he won with the Celtics. Credit to him for that. But ever since then, he's had some squads and they ain't did shit.
Right. Do you think it was the Celtics or do you think it was Doc?
It was probably a combination of both. I mean, they had 3 juggernauts and Rondo was like the perfect guy the smart guy to get everybody in the right position. So it was that, but like he didn't do that shit anywhere else.
Right.
So dropping the fucking ball, man. Like Doc Rivers fumbles the bag every chance he gets, man, because he's had some squads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for some odd reason, he cannot get to the finals again. And I don't know if it's because he's just half-ass coaching or they don't listen to him or what the case is, but
he don't make no adjustments.
He be fucking up, man.
That's what I see too.
Yeah, it's like they'll get beat one way and then they'll get beat the same fucking way. Like either in the first half they'll get beat the same way in the second half, or he don't make no adjustments game to game.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it the same.
Right.
We're not changing a motherfucking thing. Coach, you want to run the box and win? No, goddammit, didn't I say we're gonna keep it the same?
Coach, they're killing us with that.
I don't give a fuck. Shut the fuck up. I'm Doc Rivers. I'm running the show. I'm calling it. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit over there with that clipboard and look good. Now. But nah, man, y'all was right.
He had some squads. I mean, the Clippers, the Sixers. I mean, he had some nice teams.
That Sixer team, man, you couldn't tell me that them niggas wasn't getting ready to win them damn motherfuckers.
Shit, I thought the Clippers was going to do something back in the day with Paul, and they had a nice team. But, I mean, it is what it is. But we'll see.
Right. Miami got a good chance of winning it too, man. I feel like they got a good team, a good recipe, good chemistry out there. I mean, they're always in it, man.
Yeah.
Miami, I feel like this. If Miami sticks to the script, plays hard, they're definitely going to be a team to worry about, you know, moving forward.
Right.
They're
pretty decent.
They're not going away.
Right. I kind of feel like Miami missed their window, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I think their time is coming to an end. Jimmy Butler's not getting no younger. Bam, not really a scorer. And, like, who else do they have? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I mean, you definitely got to keep evolving. So I feel like if they make some minor adjustments, man, because like I said, they're not going anywhere.
no, but
You see them in a hunt every year.
they were 8th seed this year. They got the Celtics first round. So
You want to put some money on it?
no,
I thought not, because you see Miami coming
I
out of the
don't
fucking.
bet.
I mean, the East is loaded, man. They got a good fucking, you know, a good show over there on the East as far as talent wise. But you got a whole nother side to this thing, dude.
Right.
You got the West.
Right.
Now, I'm going. Listen, my boys, we're going to need some fucking work for us to be able to even be in this conversation. So I'm going to ride with LA on this one. I'm coming over to your bandwagon, man, and I'm taking a seat right out front.
I don't know if LA got enough this year. I'm going to say Denver.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Well, I knew you was going to have that because your buddy Jokic. Hello, dude. It is I, Jokic. I will never let you down.
Listen, Jokic is. He's too much for the Lakers. He's too much for AD.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
You think AD is like who they say he is, or do you feel like he could?
I mean, but what most people say he is pretty much what he does is nothing.
Well,
What
I
you
mean,
need him to.
Exactly.
What they used to say, what they thought he was, he's definitely none of that.
Right.
What we thought he was going to be, because he hasn't lived up to any of that.
He ain't panned out.
Nah.
Yeah. Why do y'all think that is? Is it because he's on the same team?
I feel like it depends on LeBron James too much.
Or could it be injury? Like
That too. But I think he depends on LeBron. LeBron can still come back off an injury or whatever he's doing and drop a triple-double.
Yeah.
That motherfucker will have 13 assists, 28 points, and 11 rebounds and call it a day.
Right.
If AD did that shit, y'all win this championship every year.
Every year.
Every single year. Because at that point, wouldn't nobody be able to stop y'all on the wing or inside.
I just think he's soft, man. He's just soft.
He doesn't create a presence in that middle.
Nah,
Man.
and he could because it's weird because sometimes he does. Like every
Right.
like 10 games,
Yeah.
he'll ball out. But then like he'll come out and look like a regular old guy for the rest of
He'll play flat.
next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And or he'll even come out and have a good half and then finish it up with no points and 2 boards or some goofy shit like
Right.
that. His motor doesn't run like you need it.
Consistent.
Right. When you want that, when you got that guy that's supposed to be the leader of your team, his motor got to be going all the time, and he don't have that. He don't have that. And I don't know if he has the heart for it. He has the skill, but that's just a piece of it. That's just a small piece of the puzzle because everybody's skilled.
Let me ask you this. He stays with the Pelicans, and LA gets young Zion.
I mean, shit, Zion don't play. Zion plays just as much as Anthony Davis. So
But he's a bigger presence down low.
if he's out there, but he ain't played in 2 seasons. So
He's
or
playing
5
now.
seasons.
Well, I mean, he played this year.
Right.
But I feel like he would have created more of a presence down there.
Maybe.
And then you got
It's hard to
LeBron
say.
up top. You kidding me?
It's hard to say because, like I said, he ain't been out there. So
I think LeBron would have brought the best out of that cat.
he didn't bring the best out of Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis is who he's going to be. I felt like there could be a little bit more, like, how should I say? Zion, he brings more to the table, man. He's a bigger body. He can jump higher. He can hit that glass a little bit more fluently. And I feel like he can hold his own down there with bigger players like Jokic and company.
I don't know. I'm not a big Zion fan either. I was when he first came out, but like he's too injury prone.
Yeah.
And he's out. Like Anthony Davis plays more than him.
You want to get a full season to assess that.
I need more than that. Now at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying, I feel like if that would have happened from the giddy up,
Right.
you would have got a better player out of Zion because LeBron would have brought that out of him, I feel.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say, and don't forget about the Timberwolves either. They're pretty nice this
Yeah,
year.
T-Wolves are definitely
They
balling,
got
man.
Ant-Man out there doing this goddamn thing. You also got Phoenix.
The Suns, them motherfuckers are sleepers, man. They got your cat out there, the shooter. What the fuck is his name?
KD. I mean, out of the Timberwolves and
Denver.
the Phoenix Suns, who y'all got coming? Who's winning that series?
I would probably say the Timberwolves.
I'm gonna say Phoenix.
Right.
I think KD got something to prove. I think he's not done yet.
Yeah, it could go either way. Like I can see either or.
They got more experience.
Right.
Phoenix does. Like just in the playoffs in general, with like more, I guess, veterans.
Right. But like Minnesota's they're young and hungry, so they got that going for them.
But you figure KD still getting 31 points a game.
Right.
So, I mean, until you shut that shit down, you're going to have a problem on your hands. And he's still a scorer.
Oh, he's still a beast.
Despite the fact on how much he complains about being traded every so often. That motherfucker gets you 31 and 12.
Yeah, he's a walking bucket, man. Like he's gonna get you buckets regardless. But
I seen this list earlier. It had 7 players on there. It was Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, KD, Magic, LeBron, and Shaquille. Mm-hmm. And it said, who are you, 2 players you got to get rid of. Mm-hmm. Who you getting rid of?
Magic and KD. I seen the same one. I'm getting rid of Magic and KD.
Are you?
So that's gonna be Steph, Kobe, Mike, LeBron, and Shaq.
Wait a minute. You got Kobe at your 2 guard.
Yeah.
Shit.
Either Kobe or Mike at the 2 or the 3.
I'm keeping Mike at 2.
They can switch back and forth.
And I'll put Kobe at 3.
Right.
Because, I mean, Kobe's younger. He's going to be more productive against that big-ass fucking 6'9" fucking shooting guard they got out there.
Right. Who would you take on?
I'm getting rid of this. Well, I don't know, man. In a perfect world, I'm probably getting rid of Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
I'm probably gonna go Steph Curry and Magic, but
Who's bringing the ball down? LeBron James.
Bring it down.
Or
LeBron. Yeah. Steph Curry is dope though. Don't get me wrong. I think he's probably the best shooter I've ever seen in my life.
But I don't care about that with that list.
I'm just saying. So that's why I would sit him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sitting too, but I'm putting Magic out there.
Yeah.
I'm having him and LeBron on the court at the same time. Magic's my point guard. Mike's my 2. LeBron's my 3.
Shaq's the 5.
Yeah, Shaq's the 5. And wait, hold on. Yeah, and LeBron's the 4.
Okay.
I'm going to have LeBron and Magic out there at the same time. It's going to be a fucking nightmare.
I don't think you need, my opinion, I don't think you need Magic if you got LeBron. Because Magic ain't a great shooter. He'll just bring the ball up and dish it off. You know what I mean?
But as far as I'm looking at transition buckets, I'm not even looking at the shooting aspect of it all. I know you need a shooter, but you also need defenders and transition bucket players. You need people that's going to hustle down that court and get you a bucket right now. And I feel like everybody I got out on that court is going to be able to keep that game going pace-wise.
They definitely can. I don't know. I wouldn't have Magic out there. I would sit him.
Right, that's how I felt. But I still want Steph out there though. Yeah. Like if I got Shaq and Steph out leaking out to man, shit, it's lights out. If you got a double Shaq, and shit, and anybody's open after that shit.
Right.
So
that's why I can afford to put LeBron down low.
Right.
Because you're doubling Shaq. That's leaving LeBron open.
And that's who I got. That's who I got as my 4, is LeBron.
Yeah. I mean, either way, that's a sweet combination, fellas.
Yeah,
to be able to have that luxury of them intertwining the time zone like that.
Yeah. Did you guys see who they picked for Team USA?
I was seeing a little bit of it. I didn't see like the whole list.
The thing that fucked me up was they didn't put Kyrie on the team. And there was like 2 or 3 players that can't smell his socks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would they not put him on the squad?
I know why.
Because
he's a flat earther.
Nah, he talked about them. He talked about them. You know who?
Yeah,
You ain't allowed to do that shit.
Yeah. They're like, sit him down. Sit his ass down. He went to get up. Go to get up a little bit. Sit down. But nah, man, that's you right, man. You can't
do it.
You can't talk about the Big J boy. That Big J get your ass. Heap of trouble. But yeah, man, NBA is gonna be something jam packed. It's going to be something to see. And I got my money on Miami right now in the East, and I got a couple dollars coming out in L.A. on the West, man. So that's TBD, to be determined. Right. So tune in. We're going to have the updates every week fresh for you.
And I got Celtics Nuggets.
Here you go, man.
Celtics Nuggets.
It's because I have room, and I pay room and board at Deuce.
I am from Ukraine.
I am Jokic.
I am Ukrainian.
But yeah, man, moving forward. Speaking of which, dude, how much trouble is a heap of trouble? Like, how bad, like, how severe is the trouble knowing that you're in a heap of trouble? Like, how bad does shit have to be, Wax?
Pretty much.
In order to be in a heap of trouble. Like, oh, your ass is in a whole heap of trouble.
Your ass is cooked.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's there ain't no getting out of the trouble you're in.
Right.
If you're in a heap of trouble, like.
And like, okay, what would you rather be in? Trouble with the police to get like a little smack on the wrist, or be in a heap of trouble at the house?
Trouble with the police.
That heap of trouble might involve getting a whooping.
I was about to say, I was more scared of my parents than I was the cops.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'd rather be in trouble with the police than to go home and face what I had waiting on me. You know what I mean?
Man, ain't nothing like being in trouble and promised a whooping. Mm-hmm. Like, my dad used to, like, talk to us and then, like, let us go to bed with the fear of that soon to come true whooping on the table and shit. Like, yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and hold off, but you know I got to see you later. Anytime he said that shit, that didn't mean that was like a whooping on layaway. Right. Like, he put that whooping, like, all right, listen, Charlie, I'm going to put $75 on this whooping, and we're going to reserve it until next time.
See, that's the difference is, like, when you got a dad at home, he like, your dad was, like, calculated. Like, oh, he could compartmentalize the whoopings. Mm-hmm. Like, when you got a mom, like, my mom was a spur of the moment. There was no planning. It was like, what? You know what I mean? It was like, you know what I mean? Whatever she could find laying around was on your ass. So I didn't really get planned out ass whoopings. They was all like,
I get it,
right at you know what I mean, at the spur of the moment. It's like, you know, I'm getting that. That's when you realize, like, fuck, I'm getting an ass whooping. Damn it.
I get it,
because like women will think about it and then like ease up a little bit. Right. You know what I mean? If there's time for them to think about whooping your ass later on, they'd rather just pull you aside and talk to you. Right. Dads can. Oh yeah, I still owe that man ass whipping.
But why did your eyes get big? Like you just came to terms with knowing, like, you got scratch off tickets to turn in.
Oh, that is right.
I do gotta whoop some ass tonight.
That's this shit right there I'm talking about. Now listen, that only happened later on in life because I did grow up with my mom. Right. Yeah. So she definitely had the same viewpoints that y'all's talking about. Right. And my least favorite reason to get whooped. And I don't know what y'all feel out there. I don't know how y'all feel, but I'm going to bring this shit to light. What the fuck is the sense of getting beat for the old and the new? Like, my mom, she had this saying, like, all right, that's fine. You go ahead and do what you got to do. Because when I do whoop you, I'm going to beat you for the old stuff that you did before and the new shit you about to do coming up. So, like, I don't know how she, like, had enough anger stored up to whoop my ass. Because I got kids. And, like, for me, I'm not saying it's hard to beat them, but my kids look so much like me that I'm like, fuck, I don't want to whoop them because they look like me and they're fucking awesome. But, like, I don't understand how my mom saved up, like, a little bit of that whooping from last time and added it on to the new whooping I was getting.
Right.
Like hold on. Like she had extra whooping inside of her jacket and shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add this in to the new shit. I'm like, and then they talk to you.
Yeah, whoopings on credit.
What you know about that little verse that they kick to you?
It's like a syllable ass whipping. Right. You know what I mean? You get hit with every syllable.
Didn't I tell you? It always started with "Didn't I tell you?" It's like shit.
And it seemed like the more that they thought about, like letting you get away with to got you to that whooping point, they get madder as they're whooping you. Didn't I tell you? And then
their vocabulary goes through the roof. They want to use every word in the dictionary. Damn, long ass for all extra syllable words.
Like, damn.
What was the dumbest request that whoever had overseeing over whooping that ass that they asked you to do during a whooping? Wax, I'm gonna go with you first.
Put your hands down. Like, don't protect yourself.
Pretty much.
Move your hands. That was the dumbest request that you could ever ask from a child. Move your hands.
Like, no.
And I'm not saying it was a request because that was something that was mandatory.
Right.
Move your hands.
But it was involuntary. Like, I can't not move. I can't. Like, it's self-preservation at this
That's
point.
like closing your eyes as soon as you're about to get hit in them. Like, you can't help but to shut your eyes. Like, you dig what I'm saying?
I do. It's like, it's a natural reaction. Like, if you're getting hit, you're going to want to stop whoever's hitting you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't going to do nothing to your parents, but you're going to try to stop the whooping mechanism that you're using. You know what I mean?
Grab the belt.
Right.
You grabbed the belt?
That was extra. Nigga,
you grabbed the belt.
I mean, you did too.
I never grabbed the belt.
You didn't grab the shit, Wax?
Shit, I tried.
Right.
Nigga, that's extra time.
It is.
That's adding on lashes.
Like I said, it's involuntary. It's like, oh shit. And you look like, fuck, I got the belt. Oh, shit.
I was dare grab that belt. Like, for you to even have the balls to grab that belt.
I mean, it wasn't in my plans.
That belt felt like it had glass around it. That was first of all. Like, the way my mom was Zorro in that motherfucker, it felt like it had glass in it. So my whole time getting whooped, I thought it had glass on it. Like, mom dipped it in glass, honey, got that motherfucker all tacked down and whooped that ass.
My mom was like fucking, what's his name, when it came to ass whoopings? Pootie Tang, like she was nice with that shit.
Yeah, she's kind of surgical with that shit. This nigga grabbing a belt though. You had fucking Hong Kong Fooey nuts, my nigga.
It was involuntary. That shit was just happening.
So what happened? Did you look at her when you grabbed that belt?
Of course. I'm like, oh shit. I knew I fucked up. I'm like,
Did you try to like carry it out like?
No, you gotta let it go after you look at her face. She's like, "Are you grabbing the belt?" I'm like, "Fuck, I did grab the belt."
How much of a bitch did you feel like when the belt was like loosely coming out of your hands? Like,
you already know.
Straight up, man, that shit is the worst. I remember one time my mom told me not to fuck with the garage door, man. You can ask Mo this shit, man. So I'm down there fucking around. And this was back in the day when you used to be like, man, I can lift this garage door open on one sweep to show y'all that I got juice. You know, just doing dumb shit. And she told me not to fuck with that shit, man. That bitch fucking went off the hinges and I'm stuck holding it. And the worst person to come around the cut to see me doing some shit that I was told not to do was my stepdad, Carl. And Carl seen me holding that fucking door in my hand, man, and all I could do is be like, had that dumbass look that I always have, looking at Carl. He's like, I'm gonna tell your mother. I'm gonna tell your mother. My mom came downstairs with the belt. I handed Carl the garage door because I couldn't let it down because it was like off the hinges, and I went in that house and got the worst whooping I ever got in my life.
And that's why she would whoop you for the old and the new. Because she knew you was going to fuck up in the future. Just like all of our moms and dads.
Right, but that's like a reserve. That's like having a reservoir tank of whooping left in that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, you're right. But that's why. Because like they knew he was going to keep fucking up. Hard head makes a soft ass.
That was the saying. Why? I mean, what is those sayings?
Fucking truth. That shit is the truth.
A hard head makes a soft ass. I've been hearing that shit my whole damn life.
Facts.
I'm like, wow. That's that type of shit, man, that makes you learn one way or the other. Let me ask you this, dude. What's the wildest shit you got whooped for?
I can't remember.
What about you, Wax?
Breaking some my neighbor's screen window, throwing rocks, playing around. Yeah, it was either that or throwing. Yeah, it was that. I ain't even gonna say what I was gonna say next because, but it was
like, I don't know if the statute of limitations.
Right. Hey, no, but breaking my neighbor's screen window, fucking around with my sister, throwing rocks at her, and she slipped one, and the shit shattered, and I just remember like, oh, I'm in trouble now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get my ass tore up for fucking around. Like,
you knew the whooping trouble. Like, anytime you did some shit that was gonna require your ass getting beat, you knew that feeling. Because when you did whatever you felt that required a whooping, you instantly knew, like, I'm getting ready to get
right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a flash that goes through your head, like it's news, like, coming live, Phil's getting his ass whooped on Channel 5 at 5 o'clock. Like, you knew, like,
I know. Mine was probably when I had a bad report. I had the worst report card ever assembled. Like, I don't know what I was doing this 6 weeks, but it was bad. And I knew as soon as I looked at it, I'm like, fuck. And I was trying to talk my sister into not giving hers to my mom. But she got like all A's, so she was proud of herself. And I had like a 1 something. It was bad.
And you got whooped?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because I was lying, telling her, yeah, I did my homework. Yeah, of course.
My grades are fine.
Hey, I was making that shit. What are you talking about?
Smoothing it out.
All of my homework, all of these projects were done. I ain't do none of them.
You was talking to your mom all sweet. Mommy, baby,
right.
Darling, I got to take care of it. Honey.
So she got on me on that one.
Mine's was me and my cousin Squeak, man. Shout out to my cousin Squeak, man. He's definitely, you know what I mean, on his knuckles right now. He's been locked up for a long, long time, man. So, you know what I mean, we just hope that, you know what I mean, he's all right in there and, you know, free you till you free, cuz. But we was at his crib on 4th Avenue, and he had this garage, and we was in there playing with matches. And how we got caught was we left a pile of matches on the ground. Like, we had that, like, it was dropping. Like, we wanted to hear that damn burnt plastic. Me and cuz had the fucking 1,000-pack of matches out that motherfucker. I mean, just doing shit that you shouldn't be doing. And it wasn't my idea, but I wasn't opposed to it. Like, this is cool. Not knowing we could have been burned up like Johnny and them off of fucking the outsiders and shit, man.
Right.
But we left a pile of matches there, and my mom caught wind. It was like hearing the Christmas Story and shit. When old boy was talking about he got caught cussing and shit, Swartz taught him that. He was like, who taught you that cuss word? He was like, Swartz. Yeah, it was like that.
They snatched him out.
My mom hung that phone up after she got off the phone with my Aunt Shirley, nigga, and went down. And she started off with that little, like, you know what I mean? She grabbed her pen and her pad out the back, like, did not tell me.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, she's spitting that shit.
That reminds me of the time me and my sister was lighting, we was making paper airplanes and lighting them on fire. We filled the tub up with water and then was making paper airplanes and lighting them on fire. Trying to throw them into the tub, but then like the one curved around and came back and hit the floor and like burned the carpet in the bathroom a little bit. So we tried to like rub it out and act like nothing was there. And you know, like moms, women or whatever, they notice everything. This little tiny speck of burn was like, I mean, it was tiny. She came in and was like, what's this on the floor? I'm like, huh? She's like, what's this on the floor? How did this happen? We was like, she got to whooping some ass, and then we had to confess, like we was lighting paper airplanes and throwing them in the tub. You know, little kids, we had to just hold the lie.
How did that go? How did you have to break it down?
I was like, we was lighting paper airplanes. We had the tub filled up with water. Well, we thought we was being safe with the tub.
That's even worse. That water's flammable.
And that motherfucker was like, it was like, oh shit.
I got caught like that. See, I wasn't done playing with fire at that. You would have thought that I was done. But man, I'm in the bathroom and shit with my mom's lighter with the toilet paper, lighting the toilet paper, throwing it in the damn thing and flushing the toilet and watching the fire like swizzle down. So my sister, probably out drinking and shit, she was like, I'm sick, Phil, open the door up. So she started throwing up in the bathroom and noticed all the soot that was around the fucking toilet bowl. I was like, Mom, Phil was in here playing with matches. And my mom was like, was you playing with matches? I was like, I was saying no and yeah at the same time. Like, no. Man, it was always something.
Right.
I couldn't just do the normal shit like grow up and be productive. I always had a curve somewhere along the line that I had to find myself doing that was going to get my ass whooped.
Right. Shit, the worst was getting your ass beat and then put on punishment.
Oh, man,
Right.
that's called a 2-for-1 right there.
Now, you know what the best was? Seeing your friends get their ass whooped.
Oh.
I used to fucking love that shit. Like, whoop his ass. You know what I mean? You ever see your friends get that ass whooped? That shit used to be hilarious. Like, you can't never let this one down. I always seen this.
I can't unsee
Right,
it.
I can't unsee you getting your ass whooped. Not a bad one. Like, I ain't talking about no abuse, but like a
Oh,
good.
there was a little bit of that going on.
There might have been a little bit of that. That was you felt bad about if you seen that, but like just a legitimate ass whooping.
So what you saying is you wouldn't see some abuse happen with some extension cords like,
My mom don't be doing that shit.
Right.
crying and shit.
Right. Like, that's a little bit much, Miss Jenkins.
It made you look at them a little bit different too. Like Miss Jenkins don't got them all. Man.
Yeah, and you get whooped like that every day,
Right.
you can't come over no more. You're going, that whooping's gonna rub off in my room. I don't want none of that today.
That shit would have changed my life. Like, I would have been a straight A student if I'd have got abused. You know what I mean?
Hangers, extension cords, all of that shit, that was in the fold back there. But I never got the tail end of that, thank God.
Yeah.
But I know a couple motherfuckers that did.
Right.
Like, damn, you got beat with an extension cord?
Yeah, I mean, shit was everything was in play back in the day. Them damn matchbox fucking race tracks, fucking shoes.
Worst.
What about like? See, I never got paddled in school, but like paddling in school was like in play, which is some wild ass shit to even think about. That our parents was letting motherfuckers just whoop our ass, just random white guys.
But it wasn't that. It was like, I would have rather have dealt with that than to go home and get suspended.
Right.
Shit, I took a couple of those paddlings.
See me, if I'd have got paddled in school, I'd have got two, because I'd have went home and caught hell for even
How would
getting
she would have
paddled.
found out?
They would have. I don't know, because I never got paddled. So like I never like I figured they would just call like, yeah, we whooped your son's ass.
I got paddled, and then like it seemed like every time I got paddled, I was talking to the principal wherever he paddled me. Like, you know what? You're gonna be fine. You hear me? Everything's gonna work out. Like, I know you just paddled me, but you're gonna get through this. You're gonna be all right. All right.
Which is wild that they would paddle you and not tell your family.
Oh no, that was their way of just getting their own little piece of the pie.
Right, we whooped your ass. Now go on, get the playing. Go
Hell
on,
yeah.
about your
business.
Shit, I used to beg them like, listen, you can paddle me, but don't tell my mother, please. Because the first thing was, if my mom finds out y'all touch me, y'all's gonna have hell to pay.
Right.
And then as the years started going on, my mom she stopped fucking around and believing me. So like I was like, oh shit, I gotta somehow make this shit make sense.
Right.
I'm like, all right, well you can paddle me, but don't tell nobody.
No, I never got paddled. Who paddled you, by the way?
Mr. Potter and Hacker.
Oh shit, you got it.
You got the two monsters.
And
huh?
then like Mr. Potter, like, you know, if he's seen tears coming down your eyes, he'd give you one of these and shit, like a nose noogie and shit. You be like, get your cigarette hands off my nose. But I appreciate you trying to cover me.
Mr. Taylor got me. Like,
The teacher?
Yeah, you don't remember Mr. Taylor in 6th grade?
Yeah.
He paddled me for nicking somebody.
Mr. Taylor was the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
He caught me slipping, man. Like I nicked Anthony. And like what a nick is like whenever you use your finger and you just like kind
Like
of thump
clicking on
yeah.
a tobacco can.
Right, the back of somebody's ass.
Yeah, and he caught me in the hallway, took me in the room, and gave me 2 swats. And I was scared I didn't know, like, that was the first time I ever got disciplined by, like, you know, a teacher. I was in that motherfucker, shook. Man, he hit me. Bat! I was like, no, he didn't. What? No, he did not. And then that second one, bat! I was like a tear. It was like fucking glory. Like a tear rolled down and shit.
Get your damn hands off me.
Mr. Taylor caught me slipping. And I couldn't believe he gave me 2 swats and then sent me.
I can't believe you got paddled by a teacher.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Potter would paddle me and then give me the nose noogie and shit, man. I'm like, why? Is that your way of making sure it's even?
That's a lot. That's hilarious.
Like we're all right now. Like he couldn't fuck with me until like after he whooped my ass and shit. Like, man, I can't return this paddle until he got ass on it.
He was like, live or die, Phil. He hit you with some Mr. Miyagi.
Hell yeah! I was like, get your cigarette smelling hands off my nose. But
live or die, man.
That motherfucker definitely hit me with one of those damn nose honks. I'm like, man, your hands stink.
I remember, especially in elementary school, like Mr. Caroni. Mr. Caroni used to whoop ass down there in South School. I remember hearing that shit, like, damn, man, you whooping ass in the hallway?
I was scared to get paddled. Like, man, hearing that you're going to get paddled, like, had a fear that resonated with you, that you was like, man, I'm getting ready to get whooped by somebody other than my mother right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how you're whooping. Like, I don't know if you know when enough is enough.
Right. You said it best, by a strange white man. Right. Like, who in the hell?
And then you got to, like, develop respect and still keep things, like, on the even and shit. Like, I hope you die after whooping my ass, Mr. Caroni.
They couldn't do that nowadays.
Fuck no.
First of all, these kids that come back and beat their ass.
Man, that's the least of their worries and shit. Like, I got something for you after school.
Right. You ain't fucking whooping none of these little niggas' asses.
Fuck no. They hear our stories and shit like, couldn't be me.
Right.
Couldn't be me.
I
That's
wish a motherfucker would.
Right. That's like us hearing slavery or, you know what I mean, like racist shit when we was growing up. Like, that's how the times changed so much, man. With each generation, a lot of things that was tolerated,
right.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that here.
Right.
So suspend me. Like, I don't know how, and then like, I think some of the parents would rather have that too.
What, whooping, what?
See, have their kids suspended.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
Especially nowadays, because people are just crazy nowadays. Like, I don't know what it is. Something changed between now and then, because back then it was a paddle, but they left it at a paddle. Nowadays, it seems like they might punch a child.
Right.
You know what I mean? They might do some wild shit if you give them that much power to whoop your kid ass. These new people crazy.
I'm about to say, these women teachers is dating some of the students, so there ain't no rules.
They be paddling her and shit.
Yeah,
like, shit. This is some freaky shit these little motherfuckers is into.
Speaking of that shit, why the fuck did every fucking teacher, male or female, have a mustache back in the day?
Good question.
It wasn't none of these fine ass little fucking tenderonis running around here and shit like, I fuck students. Like, what?
Nah, we had old lady teachers.
Oh my God. And they look like men. Like, is your wife gonna be okay with this? What are you talking about? I got a husband. Like, oh shit, I'm sorry, ma'am, sir. Smam. Like, them motherfuckers look like schmams back in the day. No bullshit. And they had come over, some of them. Like, damn.
Like Mrs.
She gonna sue us as soon as this come out. She's like, I had a gland problem, honey. I had an over anxious mustache happenings. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Needed a lineup, man.
We had 2 fine fucking teachers growing up. Shout out Mr. Capria.
Capria was a bad little motherfucker.
We don't even know what happened to her.
She disappeared.
She could be in fine teacher heaven right now for all we know.
Because I know I made sure to get me a couple hugs.
Everybody was getting hugs.
Hey.
That was the only teacher you hugged on the way in class and out.
Right.
Like, where my hug? Like, we was going up to him like old perverts and shit. Where my hug?
Like she just owed it to her.
Hell yeah, she did. We was counting on that. Like, we wore fresh shit, like knowing that we was having a substitute that day. Like, oh shit, I can't wait to get my hug from Mr. Capri. Nowadays, that shit's rough, bro.
Right.
That shit
Times
is
have
rough.
changed.
And I mean, it's going on both ways too, man. Like some of them male teachers, like I can't handle it. Them motherfuckers is getting called in for questioning and shit. Like, was that you that drilled a hole through the locker room?
Right.
Like them motherfuckers, man. It's fucked up out there.
It's wild. It definitely is.
That's what I said. Like they couldn't do it these days.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, remember we had remember ISS?
Oh my God.
That's still a thing.
ISS was jail, nigga. That shit was pre-jail.
What about the lunches, bruh?
Yeah.
How the lunch game changed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. My favorite thing smacking out of that bitch was that pizza and salad. I couldn't wait for that motherfucker to unleash. My least favorite was Johnny Marzetti Day.
Johnny Marzetti was the shit.
That shit looked like it stunk.
That shit was delicious.
You ate that shit?
Fuck yeah. Everybody did. You
Johnny Marzetti was hitting.
Johnny Marzetti smacked.
Matter of fact,
Johnny Marzetti sandwich with them dope ass rolls we used to have.
now them rolls were
Them
smacking.
damn sourdough rolls. Psst. Johnny Marzetti, fucking wiener winks. What y'all know about wiener wings? You don't remember those?
I don't remember those. And
It was
those
like
sound
a piece of bread with a hot dog in it with some cheese.
Glizzy
baked.
sandwich,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, it was a cheap. They was too cheap.
What about the a la carte?
That shit.
Like when we went from just buying juices and chocolate milk at school over in the cut, maybe an ice cream sandwich,
Right.
little 50-cent jump off, to going to get a la carte.
Alley cart.
That shit, nigga.
Right. Oh, that shit was the shit.
A la carte.
Right.
I like Ali. Ali's like, come get something off my car. That some bitch, man. They had Suzy Q's, motherfucking cupcakes, big box juice joints, and that taco salad that you just said, slapping.
That taco salad was the
With the
shit.
cheese on top. What about those fucking little pizza pockets? Y'all don't remember those? The taco, what they call those shits? The
Little pizza snacks.
pizza
They had the
snacks.
pizza and I think they had the Mexican with the taco snack. Them was it.
They were like enchiladas.
But them, that, like you said, that damn taco salad, man.
Did you ever get the salad or did you just get chips, cheese, and meat?
Chips, cheese, and meat, man. Who needs
That's
lettuce
it.
when you can, you know what I mean? Just let that shit slather that shit all. I used to get both cheeses just like a glutton.
But wait, sprinkled and
Sprinkled,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
think about
the
that.
sprinkle and the liquid.
he
like-
got he was drinking out of the chalice at a young age. Dude was drinking his drink with 2 hands out of that fucking pill cup like
And then,
shit.
and then early, they had that big bucket of ranch where you can just put as much ranch as you wanted.
Yeah.
And it was like homemade ranch or some shit. I don't know what
Nah,
it was.
it was Hidden Valley.
All right, well, either
shit
way,
was the hit
that
too,
shit
dog.
was hitting.
Yeah. That wasn't a free lunch delicacy, that taco salad. You wasn't just getting that with the tickets.
Nah.
You had to pay.
But you can always exchange. If you see somebody in the regular line, like, let me get your ticket, and I'll give you my free lunch ticket since you're already getting this. And then I'll just take yours and give me some taco salad.
That shit was a treat.
Right.
Ticket system.
Shit, y'all remember your links for tickets?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What link?
No, I'm
Shit.
saying like where they would sell you their lunch tickets for the week.
Oh shit, I was the one doing the selling. Shit, I had them motherfuckers and I would skip lunch a lot. And then when that color come back around, I had a whole strip like 50 cent a ticket, let's get it. By the end of the day, I got taco salad money and enough money to go to Jay's to get my fix.
I remember Ryan Shipley used to sell me. I don't know how he used to have a stack of free lunch tickets every week. I don't know how he was getting them, but I give him like $3 for the week and pocket the rest of mine. You know what I mean? Of my lunch money, probably go to Orms a couple times during the week. But yeah, he always had them on deck. I don't know how he was getting a stack of these shits.
Because he was always at Triangle News. He wasn't never
Right.
in school. And shit. Like, he was always making plans with the foot soldiers.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all remember them kids that used to smoke outside before school?
Yeah.
Y'all remember what we used to call them?
The burnouts.
Man.
Yeah.
And that had some of the coolest motherfuckers in that damn club, man.
Right.
Some rebel motherfuckers and shit that was outside smoking cigarettes.
Get stinking their jean jackets.
Yes, them motherfuckers had their jean jackets jumping coming in that school and shit. And the fucked up thing about it is they didn't care who knew they smoked.
Fuck no. They was rebels.
Hell yeah, man. Like, them was the only kids in school that didn't give a fuck. It was almost like, I looked at them like, why are y'all here? Like, y'all definitely ain't here to learn because, like, y'all motherfuckers ain't graduating at all. You're just here smoking cigarettes. And then you had some motherfuckers that just walked up there to smoke with the kids and then went back home and shit. I'm like, fuck. Y'all's dedicated to this lifestyle. That shit was crazy, man.
Shit. 9th grade, I was a half a burnout myself. And shit, me, Jai, and Punch used to be out there smoking cigarettes.
No shit.
We was cool. Hell
You fell into that?
Fuck yeah.
I didn't touch a cigarette until after I graduated.
Yeah,
I wasn't having it.
I was a baby rebel, like on my own. You know what I mean?
You sure was, because you definitely got the first tat out of the crew, man.
Yeah.
You was a young buck calling the shots, man. You know what I mean?
First one smoking in the house, like
Hell
I was
yeah.
grown. I shouldn't have been, but I thought it was
we
cool.
We smoking the house, man. I tried that shit at my damn mom's house, man. She about to kick me out and shit. Like, I know you ain't smoking in this house. Like, it didn't go like that way at all. I thought I was gonna be up in that motherfucker, like big motherfucker, Big Benny and shit. Man, my mom smelled that smoke coming downstairs. Like, I know you ain't crazy. Like, she'd say, like, the first 3 words normal, and then, like, the last word accentuate what she meant. You know what I mean? I know you ain't crazy. I'm like, I'm not, but, like, Wax can do it. She was like, is this Wax's house? I'm like, no, ma'am. She was like, go down Wax's house and do it. I'm like, all right.
Why you throw Wax under the bus?
Because I thought that was going to work, but she didn't look at it that way. She could care less.
Right.
Like, I don't care what that boy's doing down there. But no bullshit, man. I wanted to fucking smoke in the crib so bad, man. What y'all niggas know about fucking cobes, man? Like at the school dance, like not the school dances, but the cobe dances, the College Hill dances, man. Yeah. After the football game.
Yeah, that was the shit.
So you fucking, whether you play or not, you getting that hot dog and huggy after the game, and then you going to clean up.
Right.
Because you got a hot date at Cobe's later on that night with a little Bobby Brown playing.
With some D&Gs.
Couple hot slices.
Right. Either it was D&Gs or Piece of Joe's. I forget. I think it was Piece of Joe's.
Piece of Joe's.
Piece of Joe's.
It was Piece of Joe's, definitely.
With a square slice of Pizza Joe's for like 50 cents,
it was
25
50
cents.
And then the drinks were like a quarter.
Yeah.
You get yourself put together for $1.
Yeah, I remember the walks to Kobe.
Hell yeah, that was legendary, man.
Big groups of us and shit, man. That shit was crazy.
We'd take the Chinese steps up that motherfucker sometimes.
Yep.
Or just walk up the fucking hill, man, and, you know what I mean, get up that motherfucker, have your best shit on, go up that motherfucker and party till you drop.
Right.
And then, like, that's before, like, you knew anything about setting anything up. You know what I mean? You just went for the camaraderie of being out the house and being around people your own age.
Back when we could have fun, man.
Right, clean fun.
We could have fun back in the day. These new kids can't. I know I feel like I'm talking shit on the youngsters, but, like, y'all gotta learn how to have some fun, man.
It's almost like lighten up to the point where, like, you can live a little bit.
Right. Just have some fun. Like, just go try to talk to some girls and, you know what I mean, and have some fun.
Make a day of it.
Right.
We used to
Everything ain't gotta be, you know, as crazy as it is nowadays.
Right. And the funny thing is, we never made plans until we was all together. Like,
Right.
it wasn't like, you know, we would make these plans and then follow through. It was like, let's all get together
and
then
figure out what we gonna do.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, what we doing?
And chances are we would have met up in front of the library.
Right.
Library was the meet and greet. Think about this.
Or McDonald's.
Right.
In front of McDonald's.
But I feel like the library, that stoop out in front, that was the most popular spot.
Right.
Until motherfuckers came and tainted it and started selling dope and all kind of shit up there. Like, damn, man, y'all gonna take this spot of solidarity and sanctitude and a sanctuary and defile it by hustling up there.
You remember the first hangout spot, like, before our time?
What you mean?
Like, after, like, a basketball game or a football game, everybody would migrate to D&G's and be out there party. It was like the scene from
Paid in Full.
Yes.
I knew you was gonna say that. And it was, man, because like you be sitting on that little window ledge and every bad chick from every grade would be out there.
That shit was those were the days. I know I sound like an old head, but like I couldn't wait to be hanging out with y'all in front of D&G's. But like then we migrated to, like you said, McDonald's or like the
everybody had their place. Like the old heads, the people that were like it was about them, the 12th graders, the old heads, the people that were older. That was D&G. people that were a little younger, McDonald's. And then the younger you got, you migrated down the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when it was popping out there. Like, what the fuck? Where's everybody at?
Mm-hmm. What we doing? Like
Right.
I said, what are we doing?
I'm speaking as far as now. Because, like, I'll drive through the streets, through the hood. It's desolate out there, man. It's like a fucking ghost town, man. Like, where the fuck is everybody at nowadays? Is everybody so stuck on themselves that they don't want to just take time out of their busy-ass schedule of doing nothing?
Right.
Just to come outside and get some fresh air or just to be a part of society?
Shit. A lot of the problems was they was having fights after the game, so they weren't allowed to hang out at McDonald's for a little bit, and you know they was running them off. But
I don't think it was fights like amongst us. I think it was rival towns coming in.
Probably.
You know, and then at that point it was protecting your turf.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see, you know, from way back then how things were as far as just being young and dumb and saying, well, you guys ain't coming into our territory with that bullshit.
Right.
You know, there was a lot of shit that happened, if y'all can remember.
Yeah, I remember a lot of
history. So with that, I'm grateful for it, man. You know, it's always good to take a moment to drop back in our history, man, because like that shit was some of the best living that you could do as far as being alive, man. I remember every store in this town being a big thing. The Mario's, you Slingies.
The only thing I knew down past, like, you know, down in that area was you Slingies and Johnny's.
I mean, it seemed like every store that was in the Falls had penny candy in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a penny candy surplus around this motherfucker. I mean, you can go as far down by 2nd Avenue and go to Mr. McClure's gas station and get some of that hard-ass candy in that jar. That fucking, it was like 2 pieces of candy for a penny.
Right.
And I swear you couldn't bite. That candy was so old, it was like little pieces of clear plastic penny candy, man. But this motherfucker was lit, man. Lit the fucking...
Right.
Beaver Falls was the shit, man. Like, I'm proud to have been able to grow up here.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
What about the wave pool with Skip?
Classic.
Around.
Classic.
I guess that's just that time machine we like to be in and get in and get out that quick.
Yeah.
You know, just to take y'all back just a little bit. So listen, we getting ready to get up out of here, but we want y'all to always know DWI got mad love for you guys out there, and we always appreciate you guys tuning in, commenting, sharing. We want to make sure we're here for you every week to bring y'all that real shit. Listen, we gonna come back to them, fellas. Same time.
Yes, sir.
Same location, different message. Peace.
Peace.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to DWI, episode 26. And we're going to do this one NPR style. How's it going, dude?
It's going pretty good.
Everything okay? Wax, how are you?
I'm good, sir.
Good. I'd just like to thank you all for tuning in. Welcome.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to DWI. I'm Ellie. That's Dude. That's Wax. Good to see everybody. I can't fuck with you.